Okay, I have a lot of explaining to do. So, hear me out. This is a sad, very sad recreation of part 68. I streamed this yesterday night. For me today, it is currently November 2nd. It is 10:12 p.m. I streamed this yesterday on November 1st, 2021, around 9:40 p.m. and then I stopped around 11:30 p.m. So I played this for 2 hours, over 2 hours, just to find out afterwards that Twitch did not save the stream. There was no VOD, there was nothing in my video producer, no stream for me to download and post afterwards. So I got screwed over by Twitch. So what I'm trying to do now is I'm going to try to go back to every Korok that I did, even though you can tell this is clearly different from my original game. You see, everything's different. This is my main game. This is the first file that I completed of this game. Everything's different. And because of that, I already have all 900 Koroks. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to each location that I did yesterday, and I'm going to explain, at least try to explain, what to do there and at least show off where they are. So, you know, thanks a lot, Twitch. Fuck you, because you royally screwed me over. I got so mad as well. That's an entire video gone. Like, there's an entire stream gone. 50 somewhat, like around 50 Koroks gone. Footage of that is gone. An issue with what I'm trying to do right now, excuse me, is that, what was I even about to say? Is that I don't know which Koroks I actually did go and get, and which ones I already got throughout the playthrough. So I might go to ones that I already have gotten, but unlike yesterday night, you know, I would just skip over the ones I already got. So now I have to go through every single Korok that is on the way until I reach to the point that I ended the stream. I am so incredibly mad right now. Cause you know, this small little error kind of ruined all my plans for this game. You know, I wanted to make a complete series. You know, a complete playthrough of everything being done. And now that's ruined. That is ruined because there's missing footage. And because of this game's autosave system, I can't go back. Sure, I saved the game at the end, but still, even if I didn't do that, the autosave messed me up. So now I can never get footage of those average 50 Koroks I did yesterday. And now the series will never be complete. Now I can't show off actually getting all 900. So all I have to do now, the best I can do now, is actually just go to each location and show off the Koroks there. Yeah, there was a Korok right here. I don't remember what it was I needed to do here. I don't remember if this was a timer one, or was it a flower tray? I think it might have been a timer one. I think I had to be maybe on one of these peaks. But yeah, my plans for this game is now ruined. Remember how I said I wanted to count how many in-game days has passed? Well, now that's impossible. Because Now there's footage missing, which I would never know how many days has passed. So now that plan is ruined. Maybe it's here I needed to go to. See, this is what I have to do now. I have to try and figure out where each Korok is, what I needed to do, actually show it off, just in case. You know, I know nobody out there cares. I know nobody ever watches these, or ever will. But just in case one person out there, even just one person, you know, I was that person once. You know, I was just looking around, like searching up videos on games, and then I stumbled upon a few people who did playthroughs, and I followed along with them. I played along following exactly what they did. So just in case someone out there is doing that with me, well, if that's the case, I deeply apologize. Because now there's actual footage missing, so unfortunately you're on your own unless you want to actually count what I'm doing here. Which I can't seem to figure out where this one starts. Unless this was just a rock I have to pick up. There's always that chance too. But yeah, my plans for Breath of the Wild are now ruined. So, you know, screw you, Twitch. Look what you did. Right. I remember this one. This was a steep one. So what you have to do is you have to push these ones down there. So there's that one. I am so mad too, because Twitch ruined my plans. Now, of course, one could argue, you know, I'm shifting all the blame towards Twitch because, you know, the only other person to blame is myself for something that happened. Something to happen for the footage to be lost. And with that I reply, well, I didn't do anything different this time. I did nothing different besides just simply start earlier. I started around 20 minutes earlier. So here's this one. You just complete the rock. I did nothing different this time except start earlier. I didn't change any settings. I didn't do anything. I didn't hit anything else. All I did was I started earlier. And I looked it up. This thing that happened to me didn't only happen to me. I've seen reports online where archived streams did not happen. Other people out there who have streamed on Twitch, they did not get the VOD saved afterwards for at least 14 days. So it's not a me problem. It's an issue with Twitch because I checked. I have all the settings enabled. And for some dumbass reason, it did not save. So there's a missing part of this series now. All because of Twitch's buggy ass system. Unreliable system. And a part of it is my own fault for actually trusting and relying on it. You know, having faith that it could be trustworthy. I remember yesterday too, I actually put on the barbarian outfit and I sneak strike that thing. And then I killed both of these. So, over here is a floral ring for you to jump into. And then I remembered, I said, you know, that's it for these 5. So I looked up what the next ones are. And there's actually 2 left. At least I'm pretty sure. There's this one. And then there's this one. And that concludes it for this area, for the Lake Tower area. I even said, too, like, had I known there was only 7 left in the area, I would have just done all of them last time. So yeah, my deepest apologies, just in case anyone out there cares. If this impacted anyone out there, which I don't think it did. And I don't think it ever will. And you have to keep in mind, this impacts me more. This impacts me more than anyone out there. Because I could very easily just do the next one. Simply say, I'm sorry, there's a missing part. I'll put in the link in the description below. Breadbear's video, the videos that I've been following to show me where all of these are, and follow along with that until, you know, you reach the point that I'm continuing on. I could have very well just done that. But I'm actually taking the time out of my night to do this just because this is something that I'm passionate about. This is something that I want, you know, that I personally want done. And that is having a complete series, having a complete guide of everything there is in this game. And as, you know, as tainted as that is now, because there's an actual authentic missing part, and you're just gonna have to settle with a sad recreation. It's like, unfortunately, this is the best I can do, because there is sadly no way to recover that stream if it wasn't saved. I streamed it, I played it, and it was not saved. So there's no way to recover it. And this isn't even the first time that Twitch has screwed me over. Because remember when I did that Age of Calamity demo live stream? Well, that didn't save either. Now, I can give Twitch a little bit of leeway for that one, because I did, you know, mess around on my phone, on my Twitch app, while I did that, while I was starting that, so maybe I accidentally deleted that. So that one might have been on me. But this time, nothing happened. I assume this was a rock. This time, nothing happened. I even mentioned beforehand. I said, it's around 9:40 p.m. and something bad always happens whenever I try to start this earlier. Well, this one's a block pattern one. I even said that, you know, and unfortunately it came true, because something bad did happen as a result of me starting earlier, and that was the entire frickin' thing disappearing. So, now we are done with the Lake Tower. Yep, I got all these. I got all of them in this game ages ago. So now we're doing the Wasteland Tower. So I remember we started somewhere down here. I was like, man, there's 66 Koroks in this area. So, I'm just right now I have to go to each and every one of these until I reach the point where I stopped. And luckily, at least I know where I stopped, but I don't know which one of these I already had. So I just have to visit all of them. I am recording, right? I did this for 2 hours yesterday, and the whole fucking thing is gone. But yeah, my plans are ruined now. You know, I wanted a complete guide. That's ruined. I wanted to count how many in-game days has passed. That's ruined. And once again, if you were... Oh, right, I'm filled out on these in this file. In this file, you can actually see what I'm actually maxed out on. All these mushrooms down here. These 3 ones. Tyro herbs, meat, these ones. But I really can't believe it. You know? No, I know no one out there cares. No one out there is going to watch this entire thing. But who knows? Maybe sometime in the future, someone will. And unfortunately, I apologize, because now that whole thing is ruined. I remember what this one was. This is an ice block that you have to melt. I made a bonfire next to here, like I planted down wood, used my flame spear, and then used the bow. I even said, like, that still doesn't make sense how the metal tip of a wooden bow catches on fire. But yeah, you still have to keep in mind, like, I wouldn't be doing this right now if I wasn't passionate about this. Like, I want this complete. And this is unfortunately the best that I have to do. The best that I can work with. I think I said something like I was going to... I don't remember. I was saying, like, do I just go here or do I go here and then do it like this? I think that is what I did. Man, I'm so pissed. Like, it couldn't have even been something that... Like a stream that didn't really matter, like a Shiny Hunt stream. No! It had to be something that did matter, like my Breath of the Wild series. So, you know, once again, screw you, Twitch. At least now I've learned my lesson. Like, when I'm streaming this, there is the option, like I'm using OBS to stream this. There's also the option to record this, which is what you're currently watching, if you are watching. So there's the option to stream or record. But I never considered what happens if I do both at once. I'm going to try that for the next one. But I'm afraid that might destroy my laptop. Because, you know, that's a lot of things running at the same time. But it's like, I can't... This is so random. Twitch failing is so random that I can't... Now I can't take any chances. Unless I want to do this again. You know what I mean? It's like... Unless I want to record another sad recreation. And then here, I remember, I used a Rivali's Gale to get back up. And then I was like, ooh, perfect. And then I started running towards the yellow one. Not going to use up my yellow stamina wheels. By the way, I'm sorry if there are spoilers in this part. Let me just get rid of that. Like, you see some items I have, some key items. Like, I haven't gotten those yet in the file that I've been playing this on. And if you're someone who never played this game before and you're seeing this part, well, I'm sorry for the minor spoilers. Unless you didn't bother to pause and take a good look at what that stuff was. I remember this one. I think it was another ice block. Alright, next 5. So let's see, I was here. There's one here. There's 2 up here. I remember I don't think I had either of these. I remember this one too. I climbed up this mountain to get the other one. I think I had this one on top. I don't remember. But I remember I climbed up just for me to fall back down to get this one. And then I think we went this way, yeah. So this one. And then this one. I remember this one. Well, of course I remember it. It only happened for me yesterday night. So, as always, once again, I deeply apologize for the fact that there is a missing part out there. There was honestly nothing I could have done. You know, it's like I didn't expect it to just not show up. To not be saved. It did for the previous 67 times. One could question, like, why am I doing this on my main completed file? Why am I not playing it on that file? Well, for any sort of, you know, small slim chance that I can get to still count how many in-game days has passed, even though it's like absolutely pointless now. I can maybe take how many days has passed for this and then add that on. Like if I did it on that, I would have to times 2 for every single one moving forward. Even though this is taking me way faster just because I don't have to find them, I don't have to do them, and I don't have to figure out which ones I have next. So at this point, I would have gotten, what, maybe 4? Like, genuinely have gotten 4 of them? Man, at the beginning, too, I also said, like, what a twist. Not only did I cook the food, I also sold it before we started. So, I'll try my best to remember and say what I said last night. Which, at this point, will be very invalid, very outdated. So, I said yesterday, on November 1st, that, you know, it was Halloween the night before, and I wanted to talk about my Halloween experience. So I was talking about how, you know, the mall I work at, during October 31st, there was a bunch of kids dressed up going from store to store trick-or-treating. I was saying how it's a tradition of the mall I work in. I don't know if other malls do that. It was at this point, I was like, is the metal cube inside here? No, it's not. And then I figured out it was down here. So, match it up there. Yeah, I think I said I'll go to the purple one and then go to... No, I think I went to the green one first, so I can go back to the shrine and get to the purple one. I think I'm maxed out on this. I am. But yeah, so that day at work, it was a normal day at work, plus I handed out candy to any kids that came in trick-or-treating. Which, you know, it's nice to see the kids happy, see the kids smile. And then I was also saying, like, how I didn't dress up, you know, because I was afraid it would have been deemed childish, which by no means at all is it childish to dress up for Halloween. There's plenty of adults out there who dress up, and that's awesome. It was here. I was like, I think I see it. No, not that one. That's a different one. It was here. It's like, this is easy. And then I had a hard time figuring it out. It wasn't... And then I figured out, oh, it goes right on top. Because, you know, it's uneven in terms of the height. But yeah, it's nice to see the kids happy, see the kids smile. There was a bunch of Avengers who came in. I saw a ton of kids dressed up as Black Panther and Spider-Man. I also saw other kids dressed up as Hulk, Captain America, Wolverine. I saw a bunch of Disney princesses dresses, Disney princess costumes there. Why I have such a hard time saying that just now. But yeah, like I also mentioned, like my quote-unquote costume wouldn't have been much anyways. Like my idea for what I could have done was just thrown on my school lab coat, maybe put on some safety goggles, you know, with the mask that we always have to wear nowadays. I don't know, maybe plus some latex gloves, and bam, I say I'm a doctor or whatever. It's like not much of an actual costume anyways. But yeah, I didn't want to dress up just because I would have been the only one doing that at work. Keep in mind, I'm saying all this on November 2nd, so Halloween was 2 days ago. And as long as this footage doesn't get lost or corrupted, this is going to post on November 3rd. But yeah, this one right here. I mentioned, like, I couldn't find where it was, and then it was one of these ones. One of the rocks were missing inside. So, there's one right here. This one. Once again, I don't know which ones I already got. So if you've been following me to a T this entire time, you may go to some of them, or I may go to some of them, that I already got. So if that's the case, you can just skip over it. I am so pissed that there's an actual stream missing too. Man, for this one, I was also like, that's never happened before. I'm glad I got that on footage. And unfortunately, the footage is now gone. So I was looking high for this one, but I didn't realize this one was low. So here it is. It's a wall you bomb and then a rock you pick up. Nah, you know what? I'm gonna climb up there first, then use Revali's Gale. But yeah, I also saw this really cool and creative costume. It was a kid actually just using a cardboard box, and I assume some paint. There were two kids. One of them was Minecraft Steve, and another one was a Minecraft Pig. I'm like, wow, that is artistic. You know, I was saying stuff like, we went to Walmart and bought like 10 bags of lollipops. One bag has like 170, not 75, 125. It was at this moment I was like, oh crap, you're alive. Wait, turn off Daruk's protection because I don't want to waste one. Aw, man. My shield got damaged in that case. I think it did, at least. Man, so yeah, I think it was 125 lollipops per bag, and we got 10 of those. At first, I was like, you know, that's a lot. I don't think we need that much. And then we ended up going through like 6 bags. Which I'm like, wow, I'm really glad we got that many. Because in the past, I wasn't the one who handled it. I was one of the people who gave out the candy. I don't remember what this was. Was this a timer one? Or was this just a rock sitting here? I think it was a rock. So now, what I did was I went to Naboris. I just kept on warping to Naboris to do these ones around it. Yeah, I think I don't even remember if I told this story there, but what I used to do as a kid, like in the same mall that I'm working at, because I basically grew up in the mall. So as a kid, I too would dress up, go trick-or-treating. I think one year I did it as like Optimus Prime. So one year, well, no, not 1 year. So when I was younger, for most of the years, what I would do was I would also go around trick-or-treating. And because, you know, I didn't really like most of the candy, I took some of the few that I wanted. You know, there is that saying, like, have your parents check your candy before well, not before burping. Like, have them check it before you eat it. Well, like, that got seared into my brain to the point where it's like, I don't trust most of these candies. So I didn't eat them. Only the stuff that was, like, fully pre-packaged and sealed I would think is safe. So, there's the Korok right there. What's right there? What's up? But yeah, maybe I would take a few candies, and then because I didn't eat them, what I would do was, after collecting the candy from trick-or-treating in the mall, store to store, I would just come back, add it to our current stash, and just hand them back out to other kids who were also trick-or-treating. That's what I used to do as a kid. I also remember, I think I remember I told this story last night. So, okay, before I say that, this Korok right here, I was like, I'm so glad I got that on footage because in game, whatever time it was, the shadow of Naboris was blocking me like this, like what these clouds are. So I couldn't really see where it was I needed to put the stones. So I had one I held one up. Link had it above his head. I walked right over where it needed to be and it counted. I'm like, wait a second. I didn't even put down the rock. I've never seen it do that before. And then I was like, I'm so glad I got that in footage. Which, you know, thanks, Twitch. Thanks. So yeah, I think I told the story last night too. There was one time I went trick-or-treating with a friend of mine and his sister and her friend. So, you know what to do here. So we did that. And then it started raining. So, you know, we got soaked. I think for this one, I was like, that's kind of hard for me to tell where it could be for me to stamp it on. Then next one is this one. Then up here, there's two. God damn it, I'm so mad there's a missing part. I'm really sad. Because like I said, it kind of ruins my plans. So if I truly want to accomplish my goal, that is have a fully 100% completed guide of this game up, that means I'll have to play this whole game again, simply because one part got screwed. That's not the Korok. Korok is down here. You have to shoot a balloon. Maybe I'll actually do that, but a couple years from now. You know, after I got my hands on the sequel, played it, you know, fully learned everything about it, and then replay this game plus the sequel. There's gonna be, if that's the case, there's gonna be so many Breath of the Wild videos on this channel. I don't remember getting this one last night, so I think this was one that I already got. This was one I already got prior. So it's this one that I remembered. I even said it's like, I think it's just on the ledge somewhere. On a ledge somewhere. Well, I don't need rupees anymore on this game. Alright, I don't need mushrooms anymore. I'm so used to picking up everything in this game. I am way off in terms of this Korok. Yeah, there it is, right there. Let me try to think. What else did I say? Oh yeah, I also mentioned, like, I think it's kind of sad, the fact that Halloween's kind of dying out. Because during the car ride back home from work, I saw no lights on, no one dressed up or trick-or-treating. Which, yeah, I understand. You know, it's a dangerous world out there. I can see why parents might be hesitant to let their kids walk out at night, dressed up, going door to door, having strangers open the door and greet them, giving out candy, I can see why in the past that might have not been as big of an issue, but nowadays, like, that concept alone raises a bunch of red flags. I think this was one I already got too. I don't remember. No, I don't think so. I think this one I don't have yet, or I didn't. So I think I did have to come and get this one. But yeah, it's like, I remember going out trick-or-treating as a kid. And unfortunately, it like, seems like one day, if I do have kids of my own, they're not going to experience the same thing. And then, of course, I also mentioned, like, maybe this is just a thing for me in my area. Like, in my area, in my neighborhood, trick-or-treating just isn't a thing, much of a thing anymore. Who knows? Maybe somewhere out there in the world, trick-or-treating and Halloween is very lively. You know, the neighborhoods are filled with kids trick-or-treating at night. So maybe that's just a thing with me in my area. You already know what to do here. But of course there's two in this area. So I'm at this one. There's one up ahead as well. And I know what this one is. It's just a hanging acorn. Yeah, right here. There was a hanging acorn. And I was like, that's a clever spot to hide one. Excuse me. I was tired yesterday too. So, two over here. I remember having a hard time getting, like, figuring out how to start this one. I was also thinking, like, would right, before I continue, I also mentioned, like, I wonder where this Korok is. A lone tree. I wonder where it could be. And then a rock on top of a tree in the middle of nowhere. I really wonder where this Korok could be. But yeah, I also mentioned, like, if I had kids of my own, would I go trick-or-treating with them? Like, would I allow that? I'd probably, you know, have a costume where it's like the kid is attached to me. Because if I had kids of my own, and it's trick-or-treating, that kid not leaving my sight for even a moment. I also mentioned stuff like, you know, I didn't get any Amber Alerts on my phone, so that's a good thing. That's a very good sign. You know, nothing bad happens at Halloween, because I also mentioned, now that I'm grown up and seen all the chaos that I've seen in this world, you know, something like Halloween, I can't help but be a little paranoid. Be a little fearful of what might happen out there. But yeah, it's a little sad to see Halloween die out, and it does seem like, in terms of my experience with Halloween for the foreseeable future, Halloween will only stay alive in my situation where it's inside a mall. Whoa, that wolf flew down. Which I can understand. I can see that being the case. You know, it is a lot safer to trick-or-treat in a mall, inside a building during the day, than it is outdoors at night. So which Korok is this one? So which one is that one? That Korok is... I think I remember. Yeah, there's a Korok right up there. Right there. You can slightly see him. There's a rock right there for you to pick up. But this one, I was like, I can't find it. Where do I start? Well, you start right at the end of these planks. I need to try to find it. But it's a timer one. So you need to, rush over to it. But yeah, it seems like for the foreseeable future, my Halloween experience will be limited to inside a mall, handing out candy to trick-or-treaters during the day. Which is not the same Halloween experience. And then I moved on to talking about the fact that it's now November. Alright, you should be able to find where that trigger is to start the timer. It was somewhere up here, I believe, or maybe right there. So, and then I talked about how it's now November. It was supposed to be November 1st when I was saying this, but now it's November 2nd, posting November 3rd. I was saying how it's now No Nut November. So I was saying, like, stay strong, my fellow men out there. Don't give in to the temptation. All that stuff about No Nut November. And then I was also saying, like, now that it's November, it's sort of the pre-Christmas time. You know, since October 31st, Halloween decorations in store. When it reaches November 1st, all that stuff gets put away and out comes the Christmas decorations. Then I talked about how it's like, well, I'm no longer religious. So it's like, why do I celebrate Christmas? When something like Chinese New Year, I don't celebrate that. Or I wouldn't care to celebrate Chinese New Year. And then my boy was saying in chat, it's like, Christmas isn't really that religious anymore. I think I responded with something along the lines of, unless you're really hardcore with the religious part of Christmas, you know, the Christmas dinner, family gatherings, you know, saying prayers before at the table, saying grace, all that stuff. It's like, yeah, my family never did that. The most my family did was wrapped gifts underneath the Christmas tree. I don't remember what this Korok was. Yeah, I don't remember what I had to do to get this Korok. So, best of luck to you if you're following along in getting that Korok, because I don't remember what I needed to do for that one. And then here I said, next Korok is around like 5 o'clock. It looks more like 5:30, 5:45. Of, you know, at this circle with a weird little nose sticking out. Then not those two over there, because we already got those. And then it's these two. And I don't think it's this one either. Yeah, not this one. We came all the way up here to this one. And then there's two over here, which I think I already got. No, I don't think I had either of these. I may have already gotten... No, I didn't. No, I don't have this one. Because I remember saying how weird that circle is. So what was I saying? But yeah, my Christmas was mostly just, you know, festive holiday moods. Christmas, gift giving. You know, Christmas tree, all that stuff. Which my family doesn't really celebrate Christmas anymore. Which I think is a great shame. Because I love the festive holidays. Great Plateau? Yeah, I don't remember what this Korok was. If I'm not mistaken, the ones that are pinwheels, where stuff that shows up you have to shoot, I think the pinwheel disappears after. Yeah, I can make it there on foot. I think I remember this one. This one was a metal cube one. The metal cube was on top, and I had to get it below. On top of the little tent thing on top. The tent portion. And it's this one right here. This top cube right here sitting on top. Then this Korok, I think it was just a glowing little spot you interact with on top of the tree. You know, I think I remember, once again, I mentioned if I have kids, I would keep up the festive holidays. Like the festive mood, the festive tone. And then I went on to say, like, you know, right now, being the youngest in the family, you know, my parents and my sister, I'm the youngest. And because none of my family really celebrates Christmas, it's like if the youngest shows an interest, shows any passion towards it, it's like there's really no point to that then. Because no one else would care. But say if I was the parent of a family one day, and I show a festive mood, that might matter for a little bit, even if say the kids, they don't celebrate, they don't want to. Piece of dust got in my mouth just now. I was just trying to climb the ladder, but I guess that's not allowed according to you guys. What the hell is that? Oh, I thought it was an enemy holding up a weapon. I'm pretty sure this was one I didn't have to go after last night, so I think this one I already got. Nah, I'll just go to the tower and fly down to that one, because this Yiga... I don't really remember what else I talked about. Man, I am incredibly pissed. I keep saying this, but I am super pissed that there's lost footage out there. This is why I say I hate autosave. Me saving the game at the end of all these is besides the point. Because that's a given. You would save the game when you're finished. But autosave, even if you want to or not, even if it saves bad stuff, it'll save. And that's why I hate autosave. So this one down here, I was like, I think I remember this one. There's a balloon in the middle of the crack. But no, that's the one up ahead. Oh, look at that. The timer things disappear as well. There's a timer right here. You hit it, and then you have to run over to this side. I didn't know that. I didn't know the timer switches disappear as well. So that's one, and that's one. You just climb down, and you interact with the little glowing spot. And yes, I will have linked in the description below Breadbear's video so you can see how he does it. You can see how it's actually done instead of me just showing where the Koroks are. And, you know, just flat out saying how to do them. It's at this point we finally reached into the desert. And then there's one here smack dab in the middle. I think I already got this one. It's here that the balloon is in the middle and you just shoot it. So I did remember that correctly, just at the wrong spot. So this blue one, where is it? Where is this blue one actually? Either way, I think I already got this one. Oh, blue one's over there. Yeah, it's on top of this weird structure. So I already got that one. But it's this yellow one. I may have already had this one too. It's another one right on the corner of these weird ledges. Here it is. So next is green. Teleport mid-jump. Ugh. See, once again, I'm passionate about this. That's why I'm taking time, wasting my time doing it this way. Instead of me just playing the next one and just being like, I'm sorry, there's lost footage. I'll leave in the description down below a guide on which ones I did, so you can get filled in before you continue with me on this one. I could have very well just done that. But I will see to it to fill in the cracks as best as I can. I'm trying my best not to use my yellow stamina wheels, because I don't want to have to cook and replenish those again. Trying to think. I don't remember what else I said yesterday night. I don't remember if I got this one yesterday. I think I did. And I'm pretty positive I did not come here to get this one yesterday. But I'll show it off. Why not? I've been going on for 54 minutes. Jeez. I thought it was more akin to the 45-minute portion. Ah, I remember something I said last night. So you know how when your lips are dry, so dry to the point like the very side of your lip, the very edge, like that busts open due to how dry it is? Yeah, I got that right now. And then I had friends in the chat saying like, ouch, I know that feeling. I relate to that. And I even mentioned like, I've gotten so many of those this year, to the point I'm betting right now, with this one I have currently as of doing this, it has to be at double digits this year. Because I don't remember if I mentioned this, but if I mentioned this as it happened, but a few months ago in the past, when I had one, it was a pretty bad one too. Like, it just would not heal. That might have been a different time. But earlier this month, I had one, I think, first on the right side. The right side of the very edge of my mouth. Where is the Korok here? Korok's a little more that way. There it is, right there. Next 5. But yeah, the story was like, I got one on one side of my mouth. The moment that healed, it happened on the other side of my mouth. So then, which one is it? Yeah, it is this one. I also mentioned too, like, it's gonna be really hard for me to spot where the locations for these Koroks would be. Because the map for the desert looks so plain. That's not exactly how I phrased it, but it's close enough. I think I already had that one. And in terms of this one, I mentioned there are 2 here, but I already got one of them. And I don't remember which one. I don't remember which one of these 2 I already got. I think it was that one. Okay, yeah, I remember. It was this one I previously had, so I needed to come and get this one. So yeah, the side of my mouth is busted open due to how dry it is. And what I do to keep it moist is I use the strawberry Nivea, whatever it's pronounced, a red strawberry flavored lip balm. And it's so red, you know, every time I apply it to not only those parts, but my dry ass lips, it low-key looks like I got on red lipstick. At least nowadays, because we have to wear the mask all the time, you know, it hides the fact that I look like I have red lipstick on. And sometimes I apply so much, it looks like I got a Joker painted on smile. So it was here that I was like, would I be able to put on my Zora armor and swim up? Surely they can't see me from up here. So I could try. I tried, and I got kicked out because I wasn't dressed as a woman. You know, I made the horrible, very painful analogy. You know, having your lip bust open from the side because of how dry it is. The feeling is sort of akin to like having a paper cut, only on the side of your mouth, and no paper to use to be cut there. It just happens on its own. I also mentioned, like, now that it's November, it's Thanksgiving month for anyone outside of Canada, because for some reason up here in Canada, we celebrate Thanksgiving in October. I don't know why, but it is what it is. The reason I, a Canadian boy, associates Thanksgiving with November is because growing up, watching all the American shows, it's always Thanksgiving during November. So I see Thanksgiving as a November holiday, not really an October holiday, because October I see Halloween. So yeah, Korok's right there. I don't remember what it is that needs to be done to get that Korok, but there you go. Yeah, I'll just walk to the yellow one. There was one Korok that was super annoying. It wasn't hard, it was just difficult, if that makes sense. I got stuck on it doing it on this file as well, the very first time I did it. And last night, it took me like 3 to 4 minutes trying to get it done. And I was just standing there doing the simple task. But because of the physics, it was super difficult. I'll explain it when I get to it. But yeah, I've talked about Thanksgiving during this playthrough already. I think I also mentioned something like, imagine you're Link in the middle of a desert at night and you see giant bones like this. Korok's right there. I think this was also I think this was a flower trail. It started somewhere over here. Well, yeah. And then it went bone to bone, vertebrae to vertebrae. I'll get the red one first, or I'll show it first. And then, final topic, I think. So I've been talking about how I just couldn't get Shiny Moltres in Let's Go. Well, I finally got it. I got it on October 30th. It took a whopping 21 days to shine. You know, after Articuno took only 2 days, full odds. And Zapdos took 3 days, full odds. And then Moltres whooped my ass. Took 21 days to shine. 16 of those days, full odds. And then 5 of them with the shiny charm. And then, I guess because the game was nice to me at the very end, guess what? I got shiny Mewtwo as well. I got shiny Mewtwo, not the same day. I got shiny Mewtwo on November 1st. Yeah, yesterday for me. Would have been the same day had I done all this normally. If the footage wasn't lost. Screw you, Twitch. Okay, yes, it was this one. This Korok was what I got stuck on. I even mentioned too, like, I think you could see this while approaching Naboris. Like, to do that Divine Beast. It was this. What you had to do was you had to grab the metal cube and you had to put it inside this one right here. And because of the physics, it's really hard to get it in. I stood here for maybe 5 minutes trying to do nothing but just put that block in. And I just couldn't do it. So I remember getting this one. And then this one, I'm positive we already got this one normally. And I don't remember having to come get this one. Nor this one. But just in case, I'll just show off everything. And I think this one was one that I had to come and get. I remember too, running across the desert, I was like, I saw a pack of wolves, and I'm like, would wolves survive in the desert? There's not exactly much moisture and hydration out here. And then, you know, I mentioned, like, of course there's fruit out in... I mentioned there's fruit out in this desert, like these watermelons, these hydromelons, and maybe these volt fruit. But then I thought, would wolves really be able to break open and eat a watermelon? And then I made the joke, like, they don't exactly have a Sid with them to smash the watermelon. Name that reference. Out of my way. Leave me alone. You can already see it. It's inside this. It's inside the skull. It's kind of hard to see. Both of them are in here. See? The cube is up there, and you have to put it on that one. Kind of hard to see. I remember, I also said, a couple nights ago, let my dogs out, like, open the backyard door to let my dogs out to pee, and there were so many millipedes out there. I've never seen so many millipedes in my life. I think I mentioned a few months ago, or a few weeks ago, there was a millipede in my house, and I had no idea where it came from or how it got in. Korok's right there. And now I think I might... Alright, I'm gonna warp out of here. By the way, if you notice that there is a shrine here that isn't there as of me doing it, that's because this is one of the DLC shrines. Yeah, you can see it's a DLC shrine by the protruded tip. So I have not done the DLC just yet, so that's why there might be no shrine for you if you're following me exactly. So once again, sorry, blame Twitch. Their shitty buggy system didn't save my stream, so you can't see me actually do this legitimately. I think I remember coming to get this Korok. Yeah, I was like, this is a dangerous spot for you to pick, Korok. Because of the sandstorm. And then I left. I was like, bye, enjoy your eternal life inside the sandstorm. But yeah, there were so many millipedes in my backyard. I had no idea where they came from. All these years living in this house, I didn't know there were millipedes in my backyard. They were on the pavement, they were climbing up the walls. I'm like, where the hell did all of you come from all of a sudden? And I'm pretty sure millipedes are harmless. I'm still scared of them. You know, regardless, because, you know, all those legs, So, this one's easy. It's actually kind of nice to see how exaggerated these rocks are. How bold they are compared to the rest of the design. I also mentioned, like, are these 3 cacti or are they trees? I was like, I think they're cacti. They're cactuses. So I was like, no, maybe there are trees out here. And then I was right, there is cactus out here. Like, there is a set of 3 cacti for you to align properly. Oh yeah, I also forgot to mention. So Halloween this year was also on a Sunday. So it was also Walking Dead night. Or more specifically, it was Fear the Walking Dead and Walking Dead World Beyond. It was the night where Jadis or Anne returned in World Beyond. You know, crossing over from the Walking Dead main show. We're nearing the end, I think. Let me just double check. We're nearing the end, which is good because I'm running out of things to say. So there is a Korok right beside... Actually, let me check again. So once I hit this Korok, this is where I stopped. Because I stamped this and the next 4. So I stamped the next 5 as usual, and this was the first one. In fact, that's it. That's the next one. That's the next one I would have stamped. Or not. No. Maybe not. Huh? I'm a little confused now. Unless I already got the Arbiter's Grounds one? Which might be the case. Okay, it is, because the next one I stamped would have been this one. So I only got these 2 to show off. Like, these 2 left to show off, and then I stopped, and then I ended the stream. Oh, I only got 1 of those. That's what I tried to do, get both. It's a mirage, you know? There's life, there's hydration over there, is what I said jokingly yesterday. And then I said, there's no way they didn't base the Southern Oasis on mirages. But yeah, unfortunately, my Breath of the Wild series is now ruined because of Twitch's fuck up. So from now on, I'm gonna try to record simultaneously while streaming. Oh yeah, notice a star and defeat it next to that. We haven't unlocked that feature yet. So, Korok is up there. There's a balloon for you to shoot. I couldn't find this Korok when I was here. And then I noticed the shadow of the balloon. So that's how I found it. There's a lizard there. Can I get it? By killing it first? Alright. I'm full on wood on this file too. Korok's this way. And then I even said, like, you know what, to give me a little bit of distance from the Molduga, I'll Rivali scale my way towards that Korok. And this was, I believe, the last Korok I did for the night. Where is it? Actually, where is it? Okay, it's a little more up ahead. Oh, it's right here. Alright, this was the final Korok I did for the night. And then the next 5 I stamped were this one. No, not this one. This one. I'm pretty sure. So I was even like, let me stamp it in my order of favorite colors. My first favorite color is red. Then my second favorite color is green. No. I said green. Yeah. Third favorite color is blue. My fourth favorite color, where is this Korok? Man, it's hard to see. My fourth favorite color, I believe it's here, is purple. And up here in the top corner, my fifth favorite color is yellow. And it's just a coincidence the 5 pins are my 5 favorite colors. And then I return to Kakariko. I think it was Kakariko. Yeah, it was Kakariko. Then I was like, we haven't been back to Kakariko in a minute. So that's essentially what I did yesterday. I also talked about all that stuff, and I also had to actually get the Koroks rather than me right now just showing off where they are. And very poorly explaining what it is to do. Oops, wrong hat. You know what? I may have ended in Kakariko, but I'm going to end this in Hatino. That way I can sleep for free and heal my hearts again. So yeah, that's gonna be it for this. So once again, if you're following me to a T, I apologize for the fact that Twitch messed up and the footage is lost. It hurts me than it hurts anyone. Because I really, really wanted a complete 100% guide. But, thank you Twitch, you ruined that. You ruined an individual's dream. A single person's goal and dream. Thanks, you ruined it. So, thanks for watching this struggle of an attempt to fix what was lost. And I will see you guys next time for hopefully an archive stream that wasn't lost. So, thanks for watching and see you next time. Bye. I also did this in just about an hour and 18 minutes, when last night it took me just over 2 hours. But also have to factor in I actually did the Koroks. Okay, bye.